shed online handyman activity, we will be replacing a tap washer. Now the first thing we have to do is make sure the water's off. We don't want to be pulling taps off with the water spurting everywhere. It's not a good look. So you go to the mains, which you'll find generally at the front of your property, and turn the water off at the mains. Now next you've got to come back in the house and release the water pressure from the pipes, because if you don't do that and you take your tap washer out, you're still going to have pressure in the pipes and you're still going to get squirted with water. So just open up your hot and cold tap, the little bit of water will run out. Once it stops running, then you're right to remove your tap to replace your washer. Now the tools we're going to be needing today are adjustable spanners, like just a normal shifter, and any gripping type of spanner like multi-grips, Stilsons, any of those, plus washer repair kit. Tap repair kits have a whole range of washers and O-rings and seals for the body of the tap, and they're designed to suit most different types of taps because different taps require different seals. Now the one we have today is a basic garden tap. Now to start off, we have to remove the spline. That's the centre part of the tap that turns around. That's the bit that the washer is attached to. We start out with the shifter and grip on the body. Okay, get it loosened off. Okay, now this one's already quite loose, so now that is the spline, and we've removed that from the body of the tap. Inside the body of the tap we have the tap seat, which is the bit that the washer makes it seal against. So in a good fit you need that to be relatively clean and flat. The washer sits inside the base of the spindle, has a little hole for the washer to go in. So first thing we do is remove the old washer, and new washer just drops in to the end of the spindle. We'll check the old body washer. Now these are a fibre type washer, and they seal the body of the tap to the spline so you don't get any leaking around those areas. When you're doing a washer, it's generally a good idea to replace those as well. So they'll generally just come off without too much difficulty, and just get the right size washer to replace it. Put your tap washer back in. At this point it's quite often a good idea to lubricate the tap mechanism so it's not stiff, and you have a tap grease that comes with these kits, and if you just wind your spindle in, looks pretty much like normal grease, but it's just a waterproof type of grease. If you get stuck, you'll find things like petroleum jelly or any sort of grease is going to be better than nothing. It'll give you some type of lubrication, but if you've got the proper stuff, might as well use it. So now we just wind the spline in and out just to spread the fresh grease right through the thread. And now it's just a matter of reassembling the tap. We'll wind the spline right back out so that when we put the tap back together, the new washer doesn't foul on the body. If you have the spline wound down, you can actually go to tighten it up, but then it's actually the washer stopping you getting a proper seal. So that's an important thing to remember. So now we've screwed the spline back on, we'll just grip the body with our gripping tool and tighten up the spline so that new fibre seal is nice and tight there. We'll just screw the top of the spline back down. Okay, so you don't need to over tighten them. The seals do the work. So now we have our new washer installed. You might even be able to see as I close the spindle, the washer rising up to meet the seat. And there we go, fully closed, no more drips, fresh washer, job's done.